going on, y'all? AFO Aaron here again with the Vols. The Vols, baby. They got the dub. Oh, man. Close game, as always. What's being a Tennessee fan without having a close, almost heartbreaker, whether you win or lose? What's it like being that way? But, got the win. Oh, excuse me. I choked up a little bit there. Got the win off of the most insane way, the most Tennessee way possible. A lot of Tennessee fans would say. Bouncing off the guy's leg, and then we recovered it. I think it was the freshman Jimmy Holiday. I think his name was. But man, Tennessee we pulled it out. I think we're learning how to win. We've won a seventh straight, which is now, since LSU lost today, the longest streak in the SEC, and I think the Power Five as well. But we came in, got the job done. Garantano, he's going to frustrate a lot of people. I've already been seeing comments about, he needs to be taken out, blah, blah, blah. He did pretty well today. I think he did pretty well tonight. He's had 4 years to learn how to get consistent. He just can't ever get consistent. Like one play, he'll, make a great out route and a great check down and whatnot, and the next play he'll just overthrow it. And he did that like 4 or 5 times. And it's frustrating to see. And this offense is really, we are, I think Josh Palmer's a great number one. Keaton did pretty well tonight as well. Brennan Johnson had that one-handed snag on the first touchdown drive we had. I think we're literally one consistent good QB play away from having a high-powered, explosive offense. We could have scored way more than 31 points tonight. And, it's as simple as those overthrows, honestly, and the O-line did pretty well. Sometimes I felt like we got a little bit of ways away from running the ball. Because, Eric Gray had a few touches for a touchdown. I know Ty Chandler did pretty well running between the tackles. We can check the stats here, actually. So, Ty Chandler, he was getting 6 yards a pop. And Eric Gray may have not seemed too well, but he was fighting through pretty rough. He got the touchdown. Garantano obviously ran in that one. It was a simple, just QB sneak. Josh Palmer, like I said, 85 yards, 1 touchdown. Brandon Johnson had 3 grabs, one of them being the big tough one, the tough one on that drive, the first touchdown drive. Let's see. Okay, and a surprise, honestly, I totally forgot about him almost, was Velus Jones. Looked very shifty tonight. He ran the ball a few times. Or I think it didn't count because it was a forward pass, but whatever. Yeah, so it was technically a pass, but he was shifty. He looks really good out there. I think he's one of those underrated receivers we have to watch. Since we lost Callaway and Jawan Jennings, he's one of those guys that we have to watch, and I think he's pretty good. He did pretty good tonight. Now the tight ends weren't really too much to be found. Outside of just, Princeton Fed only had 1 catch, so we really got to find our niche there. Like, how are we going to do there? But, I felt like the offense did pretty well. Just got to get more consistent. The defense was just off and on. Too many slants. I noticed that, like, they were just doing the little play action, and the slant would be open to Shy Smith, and Shy Smith just obliterated us. He was just the one player that was going on tonight, just going off 10 for 140. You can't let that happen, especially when you're playing the big dogs. And if you got Alabama coming up and they got Jalen Waddle, Georgia's got that receiver, what's his name, Pickens. He's gonna be a beast, and I know he's a tight end. But Florida, that guy Pitts caught 4 touchdowns today, and who runs like a tight end. He's like Antonio Gates. I think I heard one of the announcers say. But, it's not going to fare. It's not going to fare well. And, could we chalk that up to it being the first game and all the COVID-related stuff ruining practice a little bit? Maybe. But, still a little ridiculous how we were letting them come down the field a little bit. But, Toa did pretty well. He did pretty well tonight. Got the pick 6. He missed, I saw him miss 1 tackle, and that was just the one-on-one. But, he did pretty well. He's got to step up as the leader of that defense. And someone who did really good tonight, DeAndre Johnson. He had 2.5 sacks. He was getting back there consistently. Maybe you could say one of them was a coverage sack in a way, but he got there, and if you're getting there, you're getting there. 2.5 sacks ain't bad. He's gonna step. I think he might be a wild card in terms of who's gonna step up for Darrell Taylor, and I think DeAndre Johnson's gonna step up and do that. I think our secondary obviously has stuff to work on. Finding the kinks and whatnot. I thought we would have been better, especially with it being Bryce Thompson and Monte Taylor and Kenneth George being a senior. I figured they'd step up a little bit after that first drive where we looked a little shaky, but we were just off tonight. And then you had Jalen McCullough and who else was it in the secondary? It was McCullough and Trayvon Flowers. They the passing attack, at least the intermediate to mid range, wasn't doing too well. Guarding the tight end, he was. Thank goodness he dropped a few of them, but we weren't doing too well there. I think that whoever's replacing Daniel Batuli, had Quavaris Crouch started, and then he had Jeremy Banks. I feel like Jeremy Banks played well tonight. He just had a lot of dumb. He had to rip the face mask off. He's talking in players' faces. Like, why? Why do you need to do that? It makes no sense at all. But I felt like the running attack they didn't do too well. Or South Carolina didn't run the ball too well. Yeah, they only had 89 yards, 2.5 yards a carry, and the 2 touchdowns were relatively close. But so I felt like the D line did pretty well, but that secondary we got to shore that up a little bit better, for sure. And obviously, special teams. Maglia missed that first kick. That could have put us up 10, about 24-14, but he missed it, and they came down and tied the game up. I think that was just first kick jitters. Second one he nailed. Um, and obviously the punting game. Was it the first? I think it was the first or second punt. He dropped the snap, and he could have punted it away, but he panicked and gave him a short field. Paxton Brooks did that, and then that obviously the last punt, drops down, and the returner's trying to call Peter, whatever you want to call it, and his teammate didn't hear him, hit him in the leg, and we recover, and it seals the game for us, and lets us off with not a heart attack tonight. So overall, great first. A win's a win. We got to get better, and I expect a little bit better from Garantano. I know a lot of fans are hard on him. A lot of Vols fans are hard on him. I'm going to keep it light on him. I thought he did pretty well tonight. He's just got to get those overthrows done. And he's had 4 years to do it. And yes, he could be the difference later on in the season between us being 7-3 and I predicted 6-4. Could be the difference between 6-4 and not like 8-2 or 9-1 possibly. Georgia didn't look too good in the first half of their game against Arkansas. Florida looked pretty. No, I'm not gonna say Florida didn't look good. They obviously looked great. Trask 6 touchdowns. Shoot. And it's just the first week of college football. You never know what's gonna happen. But 6-4, 8-2, QB play can be a big factor in that. If Garantano just doesn't step it up and he's got to hit all those throws, I thought he did pretty well, but he's got to do better. So overall, it was a pretty good game. A little too close for comfort as always. Can't ever seem to go away on it. But, I'm excited. Got the win. We move on to Mizzou next week. They just got walloped by Alabama. Alabama's Alabama, obviously. But I think we got them. And the next big game we got Georgia coming. I think they're coming to Tennessee if I remember right. I can't remember. Let's see. I think they're coming to us. No, they're not. No, they're not. No, we're going to Georgia, so that's going to be a big game, obviously. Georgia, like I said, they didn't look too great today, but obviously they still have one of the better recruiting classes and whatnot. So overall, great game. Just comment what y'all think. What do y'all think about the Vols? I could switch up my predictions for the season now. After seeing this first week of college football, we'll see what goes down. But yeah, thank y'all for watching. Comment, rate, subscribe. Tell me what y'all think. Even if you're not a Vols fan, just tell me how your team did and whatnot. I'm trying to keep it unbiased a little bit. But yeah, thank y'all for watching. God bless. AFO is out.